I just feel empty. It's a phrase that I have told a very long list of therapists. And each time I said so, I had to explain what I meant. As if it was something so foreign, so impossible to feel, so frequently that I found myself believing that I was some sort of defect, an anomaly unheard of. And as time went on, and I got older, and I got my therapist replaced, I got better at explaining the emptiness. It feels like a divide between me and everything else. Like there's a great wall holding back reality. Like watching a show or a video as a spectator to my own life. Not that my decisions and my thoughts aren't my own, but that they are, in essence, separate. This wall holding back the ability to feel the happiness I know I am experiencing, or preventing the grief I know I'm in to be felt, or hell, even preventing the love I know I have for someone. A feeling I know is there, but it's just shallow, empty, and stifled. This spectator and wall metaphor is what got my fifth therapist to look at me and say, I think you're dissociating. And you know what? She was right. Now, at this time, I was 14. I didn't know anything about dissociations, why they happened, how they developed, or what I could do to escape them. But both before and after finding out what it was I was experiencing, I tried to escape it. It's between self harm and years of therapy, I couldn't find a way to escape the emptiness. It was lonely. Not that I recognized that until years later, but I know it affected me deeply to feel so disconnected. This is a video about Dark Souls 3. It is not a review, but a little love letter I have for my favorite game. You see, Dark Souls 3 released a few months before I turned 16, and I bought the game on launch. Now, my previous experience with Dark Souls at this point was not really liking Demon Souls at age 11 or something, and playing Dark Souls 1 and 2 with a friend at his place, and again, not really liking them. And I don't know why I was so quick to buy the third installment. I mean, I didn't even like these games, but I did anyway. Maybe I just wanted a AAA release on my relatively new computer, or maybe I wanted to try to get the same feeling of satisfaction from overcoming steep challenges the way people had explained. Going in, I expected difficulty and epic fights, and what I got was cold and grey and bleak. And without being able to explain exactly what it was, I fell in love, for a lack of a better word. Years before, I had found Slipknot's fourth album, All Hope Is Gone. And it stuck with me. I still regard it as my favorite album. The anger and rage at the death of hope was something that really connected with me, like emotions I didn't know how to express. What I found in Dark Souls 3, however, was the exact opposite. It wasn't rage or despair, it was comfort. Comfort and hopelessness. Because after all, things can't get 110% fucked. When you're at the bottom, the only way is up. Being dark and depressing is nothing new to Dark Souls. The first game is like a somber mourning of a dying age, loss of prosperity and fear of the uncertainty ahead. The second game is like an acid assisted fever dream. But Dark Souls 3 is calm. Not because it has hope, but because it has accepted the end. There is no hope. There is just promise of rest. As you start in the Cemetery of Ash, There is this tranquility that encapsulates the area. What was supposed to be your final resting place until you are woken up only to go and fulfill the prophecy of the chosen undead yet again. And as you explore the world, the Castle Lothric, the Undead Settlement, and every subsequent place, you find people clinging onto hope, onto the golden age of the gods. But the Lords of Cinder, the people who were selected to link the flame before you, all abandoned their task, aware that the cycle needs to end. You can tell by the landscape that the world is tired, and so did the Lords. When both DLC released, this finality of the world was further themed in the game. In the Ashes of Ariandel, you see this world ready to let go, being held back by one person, Sister Frida, clinging on to what so desperately wants to be let go of. You then enter the Ringed City, fighting your way through the streets of this once magnificent prison. You realize that, just like the rest of the world, this place is also dying. And as you make it to the top of the spire, you come to the end, a desolate wasteland where you encounter Gale, a man who has so far been a friend. Gone hollow, he attacks you. You were fortunate enough to be sent here in an instant, whereas Gale has awaited for decades, if not centuries, for you to arrive, so you can kill him and carry out his purpose. The last two remnants of life fighting on, the last remains of the earth. As it were when you started, so will it end. From ashes to ashes, from dust to dust. And despite all this hopelessness, even the end of the world, Dark Souls 3 is strangely optimistic. Even though the fire fades, embers will arise anew one day. And even us outcasts will have our very own dark, cold, and very gentle place to call our home. The message I am left with is that no matter how dark and how deep the emptiness goes, given enough time, a spark will come and ignite life once again. Thank you for watching.